How is the water dry? Water's wet.
Let's not get back to this.
Water's wet, Justin.
Water is not wet.
Water's wet, and fire is hot. Or fire is dry. Wait, I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Doesn't make sense for water to be wet.
But
that'd be like calling fire dry. Like
it is
you just said.
But it is
fire
dry.
is not dry.
How is it not dry?
Fire is hot.
But it's dry as well.
No.
If you put water up to fire, it would probably evaporate.
It would evaporate because it is hot, not because it is dry. If you take water into a dry room, it's not going to evaporate.
It will slowly.
No.
Yeah.
No, water only evaporates because of light and heat.
And dryness. Water's wet.
Water does not evaporate because it is dry.
Water is wet.
Water is not wet.
This is it. Time to do it. Let's see.
Water is a substance that can create wetness.
Water's wet. Welcome back to the Water's Wet debate, guys. Hello, how you doing?
Water's not wet.
We're playing Undertale with Water's Wet. Here's my coach.
Alright, please explain to me how water is wet.
Because you put your hand in it and you go in it, it's wet.
No. If you put your hand in it, you become wet, not the water.
But the water makes you wet.
Yeah, that doesn't mean the water itself is wet.
But yes, it would...
Fire makes you burn. Does that mean the fire is burning?
Yeah.
No. The fire itself is not on fire.
Yes, it is, because it's fire.
A fire cannot be on fire. The fire itself is the fire, therefore it cannot be on fire. Therefore water cannot be wet. Water cannot be wet with water because it itself is water.
Meaning it itself is wet.
No.
Yes. In the same way fire is on fire because it is fire. Meaning it is on fire.
Look, here's another way to put it. If you had water on a counter, the counter would be wet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you went up to a counter and saw water on a counter, what would you say? This counter is wet.
Yeah.
You would not say, this water on this counter is wet.
The water makes the counter wet.
Yes. Therefore, the water itself is wet.
Let's take another.
The water
in the glass is wet.
No. The glass is filled with water.
And it is
the
wet.
glass itself isn't even wet. It's filled with water.
The whole ocean is wet.
No. The earth is wet. Water is not wet.
Water is wet.
Water is not wet.
Do we really do this right now? Do we really have an argument about that? Because I was legit getting into that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm winning.
Pretty sure you're losing, but because you're dumb, but because you're wrong. Because water's wet.
You have no plausible argument.
Yes, I do. The fact that it is just wet.
You're using circular reasoning.
It's common sense.
I am using deductive reasoning here. And you are using circular reasoning.
Is that oh no. Oh.
See, here's the deal.
What the frick? Is that Gygus? It doesn't have a name.
Problem. Is water wet? Question 1. If you have water on a counter, what is wet? Answer. The counter. Question 2. If the counter is wet from the water, how then is the water wet?
I wasn't even paying attention.
Answer.
Memory head?
The water itself is not wet. It is a substance that makes things wet.
Oh lord, what the frick?
Conclusion. Water is not wet.
Yeah, whatever.
What are these, ghosts?
Looks like it. They take 5 damage. They give you 5 damage. You try.
My hands are all chippy.
Chips aren't chippy.
No, but my fingers are.
Just like water's wet.
No.
If you want to believe that, go ahead, but you're wrong. You're the same people that think the Earth's flat.
No. That makes no sense.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
What does the wetness of water have to do with the Earth being flat?
Because water not being wet is a conspiracy theory.
No. It's the truth.
No. Alright, Alex Jones.
I should bring that up in my bio class. I should ask my professor if water is wet.
It's like, you know how many arguments are going to start from that?
I'm going to do that. I'm going to start that argument in class on Tuesday if I remember. And look at my friends and be like, so, is water wet? And it's going to go the entire hour. 2 hours. How do you beat these things?
I don't remember how. I have to as well. But they do so much damage to me.
Is this part of the secret ending?
Yeah. Dang it!
Are they like monsters or like some sort of other evil creature?
I don't even know. I got lucky. Oh, I can frickin' mercy him. No gold though. Wait, what? A red key. Keychain. Let's go heal before I go verse whatever might be in this frickin'
Water's not wet. Fire doesn't burn.
lightning doesn't shock.
Lightning does shock.
Light-
Itself is not shocked.
Lightning is plasma.
Yes.
Fire is plasma in a sense.
Yes.
Plasma is hot
Yes.
and dry.
No. What about a plasma makes you think it's dry?
Because being hot means it's dry. You can't be wet and hot.
Have you not felt hot water, Grant?
I'm talking about like what that is. Like if fire in like is plasma is a hotter like lava sort of thing.
You do realize a plasma is more closely related to a liquid.
But it can't
Than any other
But it can't
thing.
be wet.
Just because something is not dry doesn't mean it's wet.
That doesn't make any sense. It's
You're thinking of things as two extremes rather than a spectrum.
okay, gender spectrum.
No, there is a spectrum of wetness to dryness. It is not either you're wet or you're dry. Right now, would you say you're dry?
Yeah, I'm dry.
No. No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You are 70% water.
That
You
does-
are not dry, and you are not wet.
You're ridiculous.
You are moist.
I swear. What the frick is wrong with you? Hey, let's lay in this bed in this very creepy hospital. Sounds like a good idea.
There is moisture
Oh, what the?
in the air.
Is that a
right now.
spoon?
Tell me, is the air wet or dry?
I think I should get up.
Is the air... Oh, it's trying to stick its penis in you. Look at that.
No. Oh.
Oh, well, that's real nice.
I didn't expect that.
Tell me, is the air right now wet or dry?
It is dry.
Incorrect. There is water in the air.
I like how you said
Does that mean the water...
water.
The air is wet.
There's no water in the air. Otherwise, my mouth wouldn't be drying up.
There is water in the air. There is always oxygen and hydrogen in the air. And when oxygen and hydrogen combine, they make water. Why do you think there are clouds in the sky, Grant? That's from water in the air.
I thought those were...
How do you think water evaporates? Goes up into the air. Wow, man. When's the last time you took a science class?
I took science. I just assumed that... Oh.
You assumed that everything you learned was wrong?
No, I just assumed that because... Sweet lemons.
No, man, there's a
Flex
scientific
hum.
explanation for everything. Sometimes it's wrong, sometimes it's right. The scientific explanation for water and why it is not wet is right.
What about the scientific... Was there a scientific explanation for God?
In my opinion, yes. The Big Bang Theory.
That's actually a lot of people say that disproves him.
Yeah, because they don't take into consideration the fact that in the Bible, it literally says, "Let there be light." The Big Bang Theory wasn't an explosion. It was a mass expanse of light.
What do I do? Do you think I'm pretty? Oh, that's beautiful. Because I could get there in time. Oh, it's over there. Frick. Oh, that was close. I would have been killed. Oh, nice. Oh, I almost read that as unhung.
Unhug. Did you just
That's what they all say.
reverse hug him?
Yeah. Oh, I knew I was gonna miss that. It was too far away.
Smells like sweet lemon. Anyways, since there is water in the air, but the air clearly isn't wet, because if you run your hand through the air, you're not getting wet, right? So the air is not dry or wet. It has a collected moisture, therefore the air is moist.
Okay, Justin, I get it.
In between of dry and wet is moist or damp.
Frick. Oh. Now I gotta go heal and buy healing items.
I'm not gonna stop till you agree that water is not wet.
Are we really gonna continue this conversation through this entire thing?
Yes. Because water is not wet.
This will be intelligent. This is just great conversation for this game. I love it. It's just about water being wet.
I don't care how old this frickin' debate is. Everyone has to believe that water is not wet because it is not wet.
Well, Justin, this is, we're humans and everybody has their own opinions and are going to disagree.
Yeah, well, their opinion is wrong. In some situations, you can't have opinions. It's just fact.
Chisps? Wait, what did that say? Chisps? Potato chisps.
Yeah, they didn't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah, because potato chips are just copyrighted, apparently.
Yep.
No.
Buy potatoes.
No.
I don't know, man. If I was to create potato chips, I'd copyright them.
Justin, back then, copyright wasn't a thing when they created those things. Copyright didn't come into play until 1920. So anything before 1920.
It came into play because of Tetris.
1920, Justin. Tetris was made in 1980.
Oh.
It came into play because of cartoons and movies were being made at the time.
Oh, I thought No, video game copyrights came in because of Tetris.
I'm talking about...
Well, that looks very phallic.
About to
Geez,
open
the closer you got it, just like...
the green key. I gotta go put that wherever. I'm gonna go save because
What is this place haunted?
it looks like it. But no, like copyrights came into 1920, so like anything before 1920 is free
Up
to the,
for grabs.
Yeah, free to the public.
Well, hi guys, I made tin cans. Where's my money?
Not like that. It just means you can use their ideas and inventions without having any repercussions to their families. But most popular things that were created after the copyright. So, well, actually, there were a few cartoons that were created before 1920, but they're not popular and very niche. So, and Disney bought the rights to them. So,
Of course they did. What cartoons?
I forget what they were. It was one before Mickey. I know
Wasn't
that.
Oswald, right?
I think Oswald. What?
Well, that was definitely a Satanist symbol.
Oh, its name is Apostrophe. That's a great
Star apostrophe.
That's a great name. Well, I know one of them is that, so I think pick on is what I have to do. I can't even read that. Wait, what?
It's gonna sneeze them out.
Alright.
Or suffer.
Alright.
Try mystify.
Yep, that worked. Oh,
Whoa, that's scary. It lost its head.
I still can't. Alright, pray.
You're gonna pray to it?
Oh, I was supposed to pray, yeah. Oh, it's shooting out different heads now. Spared it. There we go. Bye. Oh, that's not the one I need. Frick. I need a blue colored switch.
Switch? Don't you mean key?
Oh yeah, key.
But yeah, anyways, water's not wet.
You know, but it can be. Water can be wet.
This is true, but it cannot be wet with other water.
But it is wet.
No.
Water's wet.
No. Water can be wet with oil, because oil sits on top of water. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
Because, like, if there's an oil spill in an ocean, the oil doesn't sink and fuse with the water. It sits on top.
Hey.
Therefore,
That looks nice.
the water is wet.
Oh, that
From
looks
the oil.
that looks like demons.
Turn the fan off.
I can't.
Pet it. Amalgamate. Pet.
You just pet the air.
Well, ain't that cute?
Yep, a dog with a hole in its head.
Shooting out phallic shapes.
Back in.
Now pet.
Oh man, look at its face. I think it's too big to do that. Crawls wildly on the walls. That sounds nice. That sounds like a dog I would like to have. How about you, Justin?
Notice its legs are in the shape of dogs.
And yeah, I need this.
That music is kind of creepy. I don't like it. Make it stop.
Well, it'll stop once. Oh my lord, I gotta heal. That recovers a decent amount. I hate this form.
I bet with the dress thing, you were one of those people that thought it was white and gold.
What are you talking about?
Since you think water is wet, you were probably one of those people that thought the dress was white and gold and not blue and black.
What are you talking about?
You don't know the dress controversy?
No.
Way back in like 2012?
No, I don't remember
The
that.
picture of a dress and people said it looked like it was either white and gold or blue and black?
No, I don't remember that actually.
Wow.
I was getting faster.
Well, aren't you lucky to not remember that?
Oh, frick.
Krispy Kreme 2012.
I swear to God, you better not be singing that one thing again.
Because you know that I am the baddest of them all. I don't know if he copyrighted this song.
Oh, it's getting out of hand.
There are no hands, only legs.
I have to freaking heal.
Just like water's not wet. It only makes things wet.
Oh, I got hit.
All right. Let me put this in human terms. If you're touching a person, are they touching you?
Wait, say that again?
If you touch a person, did they touch you?
No.
Okay. So since that person didn't touch you, but you touched them, you directly affected them without them directly affecting you, right?
What do you mean?
You physically touched them, therefore you directly affected them.
Yeah.
But they didn't touch you, so they didn't directly affect you.
No.
So, if you take water
Here we go.
and put it on a surface, it makes that surface wet, therefore directly affecting that surface. But the water itself doesn't make itself wet.
Water's wet.
Now you're just doing this on purpose.
Yeah, I am.
Water's as wet as frickin' 70-year-old grandmas. I have a hint for you. They can't get wet.
You don't know that.